Hi everyone. So this is parashat Vayechi. So Yosef is in Egypt and he's now brought down his brothers and he's brought down his father Yaakov, and everyone's getting along. Now all the brothers and Yosef's together. It's great. And Yaakov's there, family reunion, and everyone is happy in Egypt. Now Yaakov, he's getting very, very old, and his eyesight is also not so good. And he wants to make sure that he can give all his sons brachot and also his grandchildren brachot. So he asks Yosef to bring him the grandchildren, and Yosef brings Ephraim and Manasseh. Friday night, the reason why we say to the boys, you should be like Ephraim and Manasseh, Yisumcha Elokim ke'Ephraim v'che Manasseh, is because unlike all the other brothers who were living in Israel, Ephraim and Manasseh were living outside of Israel, a bit like we are. We were in England, they were in Egypt, and Egypt was not a very good place to be. People were not very well behaved there at all. And yet, Ephraim and Manasseh, they were very good. And they still believed in God, even though they're in a place where no one else seemed to believe in any God at all. People, they used to believe in magic. Look at that. Unbelievable. No, but they still believed in God. And therefore, the bracha we give Friday night is that you should also, even though you're living in England, still, that you should actually remain faithful and become and stay a Jew. Now, when Yaakov, then later, when he's about to die, he wants to give a bracha to all his children. And every individual child, he gives a different bracha. None of this are the same. They're all different. To some, he says, I want you to be able to work on this. I want you to work on that. Be careful about this. Be careful about that. You're going to be great at this. You're going to be not so great at that. Everyone got their own personalized bracha. And what's very interesting, actually, is that what we see is that your greatest talents, what you're good at, can also be your greatest challenges. You see, in Hebrew, the word for what you're good at, what you're bad at, what these things, these character traits, happy, sad, energetic, passionate, love, all these things are called midot. Can you say midot? Midot. Midot can be used for good. It can be used for bad. It's just really the word midah means measure. It's just how you get to use it. Do you use it at the right time, at the right place? Interesting. So there's no such thing as a good midah or a bad midah. There's nothing inside you which is good or bad. It's just how you use it. So for example, let's think of an example. Imagine there is a person who is always very, very fast. Everything does very fast. Is that good or is it bad? And the answer is, it depends. Is it good? Well, for sure. Hey, can you help me over here? Sure. Do you mind just picking up something? No problem. Can you be able to, we need someone to be able to help. That's great. But he also asks this person, okay, do you mind, can you actually look up, can you just slow down slightly? He's like, I can't slow down. When it comes to eating, let's all eat nicely. How's a person who's fast at eat? So is it good or is it bad? Well, usually your strengths are also your challenges. What you're good at is also what makes it hard as well. So he's got good things there. He just has to know how to use it properly. Is it good or is it bad? So let's say to be lazy. Is that good or bad? Well, you can imagine clearly how it's bad. Does anyone want to be able to help? Can anyone do something good? But it can also be used for the good. When you were to have a voice inside you saying, go on, go to that person, do something horrible, you can say back to them, I'm too tired to be able to. So it can be used for good and bad. Now, what I want to ask you to think about the Shabbat table is, what do you think is your greatest skill, which can be used for good and not so good? Because everyone has things that they are good at. Everyone has a combination of things which they find they're great at and things which they're challenging. And usually the thing which they're great at, it's that good thing which is also a challenge. For example, I'll give you another example as well. Someone who's so passionate, so excited, Is that great? Of course it's great. Yes, I love learning. Yes, let's go into it. It can also be that person's probably the one who shouts out in class. That one's probably going to be the one who's going to get in trouble for always talking. Shh. Shh. You meant to put your hands up. Shh. So the excitement can be used for good and it can be used for bad. The question is what do you think is your thing that you're really good at, which can be used, and how can you use it for the good, and how can it be used not for the good? Whew. Not such an easy one. What do you think? Adon olam Hashem alach, b'terem kol yetzir nivra. See you next week. Bye.